Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? Hope you are safe and sound. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Today I am with you to take class on Bangladesh and Global Studies for class 9, chapter 11, lecture 2, topic economic system. Okay, dear students, let's begin today's class. After the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain the concept of economic system, production, factors of production, and the capitalist economic system, every aspect of capitalist economic system. Before going to discuss economic system, we must discuss the production, factors of production, etc. First of all, what do you mean by production? In ordinary sense, production means to create anything. But in economics, creation of new utility is called production. Production is the transformation of goods or resources from one condition to another, such as a chair is made from wood. This transformation is called production. In fact, man cannot create or destroy any matter. He can change the shape and pattern of any nature-given things. In economics, production is the creation of utility in a commodity. Production means the creation of extra utility, that is usefulness of a thing which has value in exchange or price. That is, production is the creation of anything. But in economics, production means creation of new utility in any product. There are four factors of production. They are land, labor, capital, and organization. First of all, land. What do you mean by land? Though in your screen some examples of land are given, but I like to detail you. In ordinary sense, land means the soil or plain field. But in economics, land means all kinds of natural resources. That is, all free gift of nature and all things which man cannot produce. In that sense, all natural resources, minerals, and everything on soil and inside the land are included in land. For example, the soil, the fertility of land, the upper stratum of the earth, the minerals, the forestry, fishery, water resources, sun rays or sunshine, rainfall, weather, climate, humid, wet, temperature, air, light, heat, seas and oceans, etc. are included in land. So land is a natural things that help for the production. Land is an original and inactive factor of production. It is an immovable factor of production. Land is the gift of nature and it is created without human labor. So student, land is nature given resources which are used in production activity. Then labor. Usually labor means physical labor. In economics, the physical and mental ability of a man usable in production work is called labor. In other sense, the physical and mental work which is used in production and exchanged only for money is called labor. A labor sells out his labor for wage. It cannot be sold without wage or without money. The physical labor of a farmer, fisherman, blacksmith, porter, and the laborer of the industry of ready-made garments is called labor. On the other hand, the physical and intellectual labor of the officer and staff are also included in labor. Similarly, the teachings of a teacher, services of a doctor, and counseling of a lawyer are also included in labor. Labor is an active factor of production. Labor is a living and active factor of production. So all kinds of physical and intellectual labor which are sold for money or wage is called labor in economics. Capital. In general sense, capital means the cash money which is invested in business. But in real sense, according to economics, the produced factor of production is called the capital. In other words, capital is human created resource which is used for further production. Capital is such type of asset which is not directly consumed, but it is utilized to make more production. For example, money, machineries, equipments, factory, raw material, electricity, godown, and the building used in production activities are included in capital. Capital is considered an inactive factor of production. That is, we have to use capital for production. Last of all, organization. Organization means the managing work of production by combining and coordinating land, labor, and capital. Organization is an active factor of production which makes other three factors active and productive in production. The man who organizes is called organizer or entrepreneur or manager. The organizer has to prepare the plan for production. He combines three factors and he coordinates them. In this way, the organizer has to take shoulder the risk of or uncertainty of the business. So there are four factors of production: land, labor, capital, and organization. All the natural gifts which are used in production is called land. Then all physical and intellectual labor engaged in production activity for money is called labor. Capital means the produce factor of production. There we can cite money, machineries, raw material, etc., which are included in capital. Last of all, organization. The managing work of production by combining capital and coordinating land, labor, and capital is called organization. Now, various stages of economic function. The economic function that is performed by a man to fulfill his various wants has various stages. The stages are as follows: want, effort, production, distribution, and consumption. In this way, we produce a thing, we use a thing, we distribute and consume a thing. First of all, want. That is the first stage of production, want. The need felt for any material, goods or service is called want. Want is the desire or wish to get any goods or service. Want is the root of all economic activities. So, the need felt for any materials, goods or service is called want. Want is the desire or wish to get any goods or service. Want is the root of all economic activities. Without want, no economic activities are accomplished. The second stage of economic function, that is effort. Man tries to fulfill his demand. Man always initiates to fulfill his various needs. This initiate is called effort. That is, when there is want, then man take initiative to do something, to produce something, which is called effort. Third stage of economic activities, that is production. Production is the transformation of goods or resources. For example, a chair is made from wood. Four factors such as land, labor, capital, and organization are required to accomplish production activities. Then, fourth stage of economic activities, that is distribution. The money received from the produced asset is divided into four factors of production as rent, wage, interest, and profit. That is, the owner of land is given rent, the owner of labor is given wage, the owner of capital is given interest, and the organizer is given profit. There are the incomes of the factors of, these are the incomes of the factors of production. The distribution of income among the owner of land, labor, capital, and organization is called distribution in economics. Last of all, the last stage of production, that is last stage of economic activities, that is consumption. In our daily life, we eat rice, fish, other food, we wear clothes, and we use pen, watch TV, etc. It means that we take the utility of these goods, or we satisfy our need. The process of using the utility of any goods to meet the need is called consumption. That is, to use something, to eat something, to consume something is called consumption. But if food is destroyed for any reason, it would not be called consumption. If it is used to meet want of men, it would be called consumption. In this way, economic activities are accomplished in our society. First of all, want, then effort, then production, then distribution, and finally consumption. Through these stages, all the economic activities are done in our society. Dear student, we have already learned what is land, labor, capital, and organization. And we have learned the income of land, labor, capital, and organization. In the chart, you notice that in the first column, the factor of production, and the second column, the income of the factors of production. That is, the owner of land is given rent. That is, the income of land is rent. The income of labor is called wage or salary. The income of capital is called interest. And the income of organization is called profit. Now I would like to discuss economic system. What is economic system? The way how money value of total produced asset is distributed among the factors of production is called economic system. So what is economic system? The way how the money value of total produced asset is distributed among the factors of production, it is called economic system. It depends on the economic system of the country. The system or structure under which the ownership of factor of production is determined and the process of distribution and consumption of produced asset is accomplished is called economic system. This system forms in combination of economic function of the people and economy related organization and legal structure. That is, economic system is the way by which the factors of production are given their income, and all the economic activities are made under policy. Now I would like to discuss four economic system. There are four economic systems prevailing in the world. They are capitalist economic system, socialist economic system, mixed economic system, and Islamic economic system. Capitalist, socialist, mixed, and Islamic economic system. Most of the countries of the world follow capitalist economic system. So I would like to discuss important features and characteristics of capitalist economic system. First of all, point 1, ownership of components of production. The components such as land, labor, capital, and organization are under the individual ownership in the capitalist economic system. It means that the individual achieves the ownership of land with the help of his asset or his income. He can employ the laborers and he can form the capital. The individual can consume and transfer his own asset freely. In this case, individual himself takes all decisions. That is, in capitalist economic system, the four factors of production in the hands of the individual. They can take any initiative without any interference of the government. Point 2, freedom to take initiative. In this system, the individual alone or collectively can take an initiative for producing goods or service, and they can make necessary investment. All individuals can establish factory and run business according to their desire and convenience in the capitalist economic system. In this case, there is no restriction from the government. Almost all economic functions can run in personal initiative in the capitalist economic system. Even the producer can do monopoly business in the capitalist economic system. That is, in capitalist economic system, the producer have the right to take any initiative. Here, government does not interfere. Point 3. Free market economy. Capitalist economy is called many times as free market economy. In this economic system, production, distribution, consumption of goods is operated on the basis of demand and supply. The main characteristics of capitalist system are the independence by which the individual can take decision in case of private ownership and production and consumption of asset. It can be said that there is no interference of government in the capitalist economic system. Then free competition. Now the point is free competition. Any individual or any person can take initiative to produce any goods or services in the capitalist economic system. So there are many producers for the same goods, and free competition continues among the producers in the capitalist system. The price of goods is determined through the competition between the producer or seller and the buyer. That is, price is fixed in the bargaining between the producer and the buyers in the capitalist economic system. Next, freedom of consumer, freedom of buyer. A consumer or a buyer can decide which goods, how much amounts of goods he will consume, but his liking, his earning, the market price of the commodity influences his decision. That is, every customer can freely consume any goods according to his ability, desire and choice. So in capitalist economic system, there is freedom for the consumer. Next, earning the highest profit. The main objective of the capitalist economic system is to make maximum profit selling the goods or commodities. The production process is conducted in the capitalist economic system for earning maximum profit. Here, producers can invest more money, machinery, equipments, raw materials for production with the existing capitals. The producer invests more money for such goods that have the possibility of making more profit. Here, producer produces with the target of highest profit, which is possible for him. Now, next point, exploitation of laborer. Exploitation of laborer. Since it is the objective in the capitalist system is to make maximum profit, that's why the producer give less wages to the laborers. As a result, the laborers are exploited in the capitalist economic system. Then disparity of income. To keep the production cost less, the capitalists give the less amount of wage to the laborers. The surplus wage is accumulated to the capitalist as profit. As a result, income disparity is seen in the capitalist economic system. That is, in capitalist system, the producer always want to take more money and they exploit the laborers. As a result, maximum wealth of the society are accumulated in the hands of the producer, where a majority percent laborer are exploited. Last of all, unequal distribution of asset. In the capitalist economy, the laborers get minimum wage and capitalists earn more money. As a result, there is unequal distribution of asset in our society. So dear students, these are the characteristics of capitalist economic system. Now for today, pray for me, I will pray for you. Keep study, stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.